Welcome to Experts of Very Little. My name is The Show. I'm here with Stoney and over here, and then this handsome devil over here. This is Mos Knows. Look at the background with Mos Knows' screen now, Stoney. What do you think of that?
Well,
Well, I mean, matches the color that I'm wearing, but it's not as pretty.
you've
Yeah,
been
see that?
you've been talking about us improving and stuff. This is one of the improvements I got. I mean,
Hey,
so headphones, background, nice little space, and believe it or not, in my daughter's closet. So
yeah, wherever you got to do it,
Uh,
man. Look at the throwing motion on that chump. What is that? 20, 21? Who's 21? It's terrible.
Nobody knows that guy.
Throwing motion's just not good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely an
he's so
incompletion.
terrible.
Most likely incompletion there.
Probably so.
But it is what it is, guys. It's November. Can you believe it's November?
No,
it's
doesn't even
it's
seem
going
like
quick.
It's weird. It's weird teaching in a school with the holidays and everything because it seems like it's going to take forever, and then you wake up and it's November, and then you got Thanksgiving right around the corner, and then before you know it, you are to January. John, I know you probably already got your Christmas tree up, right?
not by choice.
Yeah, my man. There you
But it's
go.
up. It's
I didn't
up,
have
though.
anything to
It's
do with
up.
it.
Ah,
Olivia and Kenneth and Tracy pulled everything
yeah,
up this
right.
weekend.
You had your dang
I
step ladder up
Mm-mm.
there, and you was putting the
Nope.
star on top.
I
I
was sitting there
pulled
watching football.
I pulled mine out on Monday, and that's how I got this recording space.
Mine is up. The lights are shining. I got me some of those Govee lights on the house, so I just can turn those suckers on whenever I want. So I just love Christmas, man. John, you need to get on board.
I will after Thanksgiving and
Well,
in December.
just choose to be happy. Just choose to be happy, John. It's okay. Choose to be
Mm,
happy. What are you gonna get for Christmas this year, John?
probably nothing.
Why?
Well, I have no idea.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
right,
know
because
what I'm.
it's not Thanksgiving yet. You're supposed to be talking about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I've not even thought
Um,
about it, but
sorry, John.
yeah.
Sorry about that, John. Well, guys, I do have to bring this up really quick, and this handsome devil right here, old Slick Mike 777, pointed out tip number one. He let me have it. He let me know that please don't cover or put anything in your mouth while speaking. So unfortunately, my black pen,
Was getting
I'm gonna have
retired.
I'm gonna have to put down whenever I'm speaking because Slick Mike 777 did not
Is
appreciate
that
it.
Slick Mike? Slick Mick, Slick Mike, something.
Mick or
I don't know.
Mike, I don't
Hey,
know.
appreciate it, brother. Thank
He
you.
does. He's a great. Listen, it's great advice. I went and watched that
Yeah,
video, and he was right. I
yeah,
was all up in there. I about picked my nose with it. So thank you, Slick Mick 777. Appreciate that fantastic feedback you had for me. I really do.
absolutely.
We're gonna go right into this because I want to.
Can eat at one buffet free for life. Which one are you choosing? Chick-fil-A. Wingstop.
Wings. Oh,
Wendy's.
oh.
Raising Cane's. Taco Bell. Yeah.
I don't know. What do
Mm.
y'all think? Let's see. Let me go back here. I want to go. I gotta mute this, but I want to go back through them. So we have Chick-fil-A, and basically it said what did it say? If it was an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Buffet. Yes.
Okay. So Chick-fil-A number one. Let's go through them real quick. There's Wingstop. Number two. Number three would be KFC. Number four would be
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Number 5 would be Popeyes. Number 6 would be Wendy's. Number 7 would be Raising Cane's, and number 8 would be Taco Bell. Tons of chicken joints. Tons of
That's what
chicken
I was
joints.
fixing to say.
So to me, Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's are eliminated. Because when you think of buffet, yeah, I love Chick-fil-A. I love their sandwiches. I love their
that's
nuggets.
the hard part.
But they don't have a big variety.
Right.
So then to me, it's coming down, okay, burger place. Okay, well, you got burger, you got french fries. I'm going KFC because you got corn, mashed potatoes, you got chicken, you got the nuggets, you got the chicken sandwich.
Coleslaw.
You got a lot of variety. And to me, runner up would be Popeyes because they have a bunch of that stuff, but they don't have as much as KFC. So I'm just thinking of a normal buffet, which I love KFC. You got to find a good KFC store. It's unbelievable. I love it. But when I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking of like a normal buffet. What is more variety I'm going to have on it?
Yeah, I was sitting here looking at it, and Wingstop for me would probably be up there towards the top, just because you got different flavors, fries. You get your
confession. I've never had Wingstop ever.
Well, just think of it. Any wing place, whether it be B-dubs or whatever, you got different flavors to choose from. It's the same. So, and KFC, those would be my top 2. I would probably lean more towards KFC, only because mashed potatoes and gravy and macaroni and cheese and the coleslaw, and you got different things. So it would probably be KFC and then Wingstop.
Because so what did you say, Mosby?
KFC.
Okay, well, I tell you for sure what it wouldn't be is freaking Taco Bell.
No,
that is a lifetime of gut problems.
The only thing I eat from Taco Bell is their quesadillas, and that's it. I don't eat their taco, nothing, burritos, nothing.
Cheesy
anything
crunch
else.
gordita or gordita crunch, whatever that thing is. That's about all I eat from there.
Okay, so all right. Well, okay. I'm not going Raising Cane's either. There's not enough variety.
Mm-hmm.
I love Raising Cane. There's not enough variety.
Wonderful toast. I love their bread.
Oh my gosh! Oh yeah. Their Texas toast is fabulous. Yes. I get 2 pieces every time, which is why I'm fat and having to not eat right now. I'm not picking Taco Bell for sure. That's my number 8. If I'm ranking them, I'm going that number 8. What was the other one? Okay. So here's my problem with Chick-fil-A. Whenever you have a Chick-fil-A in town, that's all everybody wants to eat all the time, especially when you have kids. Mike, that's all they want is Chick-fil-A, and it wears me out. And I don't necessarily not like Chick-fil-A. I really like their food, but not all the time. Like right now, I'm thankful they came out with the pretzel bun sandwich that they have because it's fantastic and it's variety. But they have a pretzel bun sandwich, and it's good. It's really good. But their mac and cheese is okay. I don't necessarily like waffle fries. I do love their Mosby. Come on now, preach with the breakfast.
No, that's what I was going to say. Now, if this was a breakfast buffet, I'm taking Chick-fil-A every day.
But why is it not? But why is it not?
I didn't even think of that. I didn't think that. Now, if you think
it's whatever they serve,
if it's whatever they serve,
them little honey biscuits.
Chick-fil-A might be Chick-fil-A just because the breakfast part might overtake KFC for me.
That burrito.
Yes.
That burrito and those chicken minis.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
So, okay. So I need to let me do this. Let's go back through it. All right. Chick-fil-A. Okay. You guys are talking me into Chick-fil-A now. Wingstop. So I'm actually going to say Wingstop would be number 7 for me because it's just wings. If I can get wings at KFC.
Yep.
Okay. KFC's up there for me though, man, because I love
the dry rubs and the salt.
So we're including breakfast here. McDonald's has to be in the conversation.
The egg McMuffin. The egg McMuffin, baby.
And they have chicken. burgers and they have
Yes.
rib and they have variety. Okay.
That McDonald's was probably 7 for me though.
Okay. Listen, here's the thing. I love me some Popeyes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very similar to KFC and what they offer. Okay.
But I
When
feel like KFC's better.
Okay, Wendy's.
Oh,
I've never had a
100%.
Wendy's breakfast. Has anybody ever had Wendy's breakfast?
No,
Mm-mm.
to me, mine, Wendy's would probably be number 7 on mine because I'm like, okay, I don't need 2 burger joints. Taco Bell's the last on me, then Wendy's. I don't need 2 burger joints. Then I'm probably going. We're Raising Cane's, then probably
You get any burp
Wingstop,
faces?
then probably Wingstop, then Popeyes. So then I say McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and KFC are my top 3 because
Nope.
I didn't even think about the breakfast aspect. And when you throw in the breakfast aspect, that puts McDonald's and KFC right there at the tippy top touching them.
Yeah. So okay, so Wendy's again. They have a decent variety as far as lunch. I've never had the breakfast, and then you've got Raising Cane's. So here's the thing. I would probably go Taco Bell 8. I'm gonna rank mine. Taco Bell 8. I'm probably gonna say Raising Cane's 7 because of the variety aspect of it. Okay. Then I'm going to go Wingstop 3 or sorry 6, and Raising Cane's and Wingstop could probably flip. So I'll say Wingstop 7, Raising Cane's 6. So where does that leave me?
So then
Leaves
you
me at
got so
okay.
you got Taco Bell,
Popeyes.
Wendy's. So now
Let's
you got
go.
your
Let's go Wendy's 5, even though they have some variety. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Uh, oof. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go KFC 4, Popeyes 3. I'm gonna go McDonald's 2. I'm gonna go Chick-fil-A 1. And that's solely because of variety. I would never put McDonald's at 2, except for this is pick one fast food buffet free forever. Forever. And I even took it as I probably misread this because I took it as this all you have to eat for the rest of your life.
yeah.
That's what
No.
I took it as. So
If it
if
was
it yeah.
if it was
Oh,
all you
okay.
can
So
eat for
it's
the
not
rest
an
of your life.
everyday thing. Okay.
No,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
one that you get free forever. And I'm probably gonna put Chick-fil-A at number 1 too.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's one for me. I mean, hands down. I thought it was an
One
everyday thing for life.
Yeah, I did too.
one thing I will say about all 8 of these, and these are all 8 successful chains and stuff like that. And a guy that works in the food business, their menus are very simple. They don't add a lot, and that's and people think, oh well, I'm eating the same old, same old, same old. Well, John, you could contest to your brother. Your brother orders the same damn thing every time he goes to a restaurant. My kids order the same thing every time they go to the restaurant. We just went and ate Mexican tonight. I already knew my kids' order before we even walked in the door.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they ate. So successful businesses in the food, their menus, like we're talking about variety. We're just talking about breakfast for Chick-fil-A and McDonald's breakfast and stuff like that. But they all these places have served the same thing over the years,
Mm.
and they don't get too exotic with it.
So rank top 3. If it
My
was
top
forever,
3
if it's all you could eat for the rest of your life, you couldn't
for
eat
the
anything else.
for the rest of your life, then KFC is number 1 for the rest of the life because of just the different types of variety.
Yeah. KFC would be one for me.
Okay.
If we're talking every day for the rest of your life, KFC would be one. But if it's, I mean, if it's just free forever from here on out, I'm taking Chick-fil-A would be one, and I would say KFC is probably 2.
Okay, what about 3?
Mickey D's.
Probably Wingstop. I'm not
Mickey D's for me.
Mickey D's.
Stop. It's just wings, John.
So no, now hear me out because it's different flavors. Whether you get the dry rub, whether you get the sauce, whatever. I mean,
A wing,
yeah,
John.
it's chicken,
A
but
wing's
it's
a
different
wing.
flavors.
A wing's a wing.
Different flavors. Hey, I mean, it just is what it is.
Gotta go with the variety.
I'm not a big
Ben,
McDonald's fan.
what do I
even
make
tell you.
every Super Bowl party? What do I make? Wings. Wings a
Yeah.
wing.
Well, 100%. You can't go wrong with them. But I can't tell you the last time I've eaten McDonald's, whether it's breakfast or lunch or anything like that. I'm not a big Wendy's guy. Taco Bell, I get a gordita crunch every now and then if I'm on my way home and the line ain't 8 miles long.
You don't like Wendy's?
I'm just not a big fan. I don't know.
Wendy's. We'll stop
Nope.
right there.
Yeah. Nope. That's why. Nope.
That's the thing.
Nothing's dragging anywhere.
I do like Wendy's though, but
I'm sure you do.
for the rest of my life,
I like Burger King more than I like Wendy's.
Yeah.
I like Whataburger more than I like Wendy's.
Oh, now if we're talking Whataburger, if we could replace Whataburger with one of those, it's over. It's
They have
over.
good variety. I've heard they got really good breakfast.
Oh,
They do.
Their honey biscuit
Are phenomenal.
honey chicken biscuit. It's good. But
shout out to Whataburger. Go ahead and sponsor us. Okay. Well, yeah, I would go because of variety, and I promise you, I would never pick Chick-fil-A if it was like if out of those 8, like if we gotta go eat at one of those for dinner tonight, it wouldn't be Chick-fil-A. But if we're going variety,
Give me some Chick-fil-A.
also, if I had to eat something every single day, I feel like Chick-fil-A isn't as greasy as some of those others, so it might be a little bit easier on my stomach. But I love me some KFC. You know who does not love KFC, Mosby?
who's that?
Is Rachel.
Oh my lord!
Dude, we have one here. We have one here in town.
Oh,
We haven't eaten at KFC here in town in I can't even tell you how long.
oh, I'm gonna have to come visit because I love KFC because we just went to the Neo show a couple weeks ago for my cousin's daughter's wedding, and they always had a KFC, and I didn't eat lunch in town just for the sole fact I was going to go get KFC, and it went. They changed. It's going to become a Popeyes. So like anytime I go to a town that has a KFC, that's where I want to go because I love it because I love KFC.
Hey, there's a Popeye coming near us, huh?
Yeah, right down the road from us. Yeah.
Now I do like me some Chicken Express. I do love Chicken Express.
The heck
you ever had that, John?
Nah.
And we have one in Barlow's.
Now if you ask my kids this list, they're picking Cane's or Chick-fil-A. They absolutely love both.
That's the thing. My kids are Chick-fil-A every single time, and it's good. But whenever I eat it all the time,
who do you think Mr. Chicken Tender would pick, aka Justin Stonebarger? Which one do you?
Anywhere that serves chicken, he'd take them all.
Raising Cane's menu is perfect for him.
Oh yeah, it's simple. Give me the box combo, please. Hold the coleslaw. Give me an extra piece of bread.
Toaster clamber.
Oh, boys.
That was after a night with Mrs. Spanky.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we have a repeat champ, boys. We have
first one in a long time, correct?
Since
the Yankees.
It was the Yankees. Yep, it was the Yankees last time. How about that series? Did you guys watch Game 7?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Did you like how it timed up perfectly with the end of the OU game too? It was ridiculous.
Oh, it was crazy.
It was.
It was like it was getting real heated. Like the 9th inning was happening with 2 minutes to go in the OU game, and I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible.
Well, because we just talked about the Brad Paisley thing, so that's why in our group text I sent a thing because it was going to the 11th inning. I said, "Who sung the anthem?" Because I was like, "Are we going to be in for another marathon here?"
5-4 final in 11 innings, and man, was it a good game. Some are saying probably the best Game 7 they've ever seen in baseball.
It was very entertaining. How about that close play at home there?
It's probably one of the best. It's probably one of the best World Series we've had in a long time. Probably since the Diamondbacks versus the Yankees back in 01 or 02, and then the Cubs and Indians one was good, but this one it was dynamic every time. Blue Jays had them on the ropes. Blue Jays had it, and I felt heartbroken. I felt heartbroken for him because I heard John Smoltz say they're calling this pitching staff the glue staff because it took every person on that pitching staff to go do it, to go get it done. And if you look at the numbers, I think they out-hit the Dodgers in the whole series.
Oh, yeah.
No, I hit them 14-11 in Game 7 for sure.
Yeah. It's just the Dodgers had some clutch hits. Miguel Rojas home run to
Man.
tie it. Will Smith home run to put him on top. It was just, and then you
And
had
Now,
Vlad.
and the
Then you had
pitching for the
Vlad on.
Dodgers was phenomenal.
Well, then you had Vlad on third with one out. So you're like, okay, this is going to go another inning. And then they just didn't pull through.
so they on game 6, when the ball got stuck underneath the mat out in the outfield, which was absolutely crazy. You couldn't do that again if you tried 100 times.
Mm-mm.
But that didn't necessarily win the game for them. They still had to do some things to win the game there. But there was a lot of things that just the ball kind of just fell on the right side of for the Dodgers, and they
Mhm.
got that victory. Especially in that game 7, there was
What
plenty of
a
opportunities.
heads up play by that guy too, not to touch the ball. Like he saw it, immediately knew, throwing his hands up. Hey, dead ball,
Yeah,
it's stuck.
and people are throwing a fit about that, and you're taught that when you're 5 years old. Like
Yep.
Yes.
that's you can't just go get mad about that now and say, well, that's not fair. It's been fair ever since you were in Little League. So calm down. I know it's the Dodgers. I know people love to hate the champs, right, John?
That's right.
but
Yeah.
but you can't hate on that. They've been taught that for you know ever since they were little. But 5-4, incredible series. And how about the performance by Yamamoto? 3-0, 17 and 2/3 innings, 235 pitches, 2 runs in the MVP. Starting game 6 and came in relief in game 7, which is never done anymore. People do not do that, and they did it. And what an outing it was for Yamamoto. The question that I have, was it a better performance than what Madison Bumgarner did in the 2014 World Series?
No. And the reason why is because what Mad Bum did in that game 7, 5 innings of shutdown ball on 1 day or 2 days rest. So that's what puts it over to me. So what if Yamamoto would have been able to go 4 or 5 innings? Would he have been that dominant? I don't know if he would have been, but like when I in the quick reaction to this, I'm like, oh my gosh, Yamamoto might just had the best World Series performance there is. And then when I woke up the next day, I'm like, that performance reminds me of someone. And took me, and I'm like, oh, that reminds me of Madison Bumgarner, which I went to the World Series that year because that's the year they beat the Royals, correct?
Yep.
So I went to game 2 when Jake Peavy lost to the Royals in the Kansas City electric environment. If you've never been to a championship game, I dreamed to go to the Super Bowl. I'm sure it's led, but the World Series was electric environment. But
Yes,
I
it
mean,
is.
Madison Bumgarner was unstoppable in that World Series. It was
Yeah.
just his energy and it was just you knew when he came in that game 7, it was over.
Yeah. And I mean, if we're comparing maybe postseason runs, I think if you take from game 1 all the way to game 7 of the World Series, you could possibly say that Yamamoto had probably one of the best postseasons of all time. I mean, multiple complete games. I mean, he was electric. But I have to agree with Mosby. I mean, Mad Bum in that World Series, he was absolutely lights out. I mean, phenomenal. You pitch 21 innings and give up 1 run. I mean, you're going to win. I mean, you're putting your team on the back and saying, "Hey, let's go." Get behind me and we'll ride. But not taking anything away from what Yamamoto did, because I mean, like you said, I mean, it's not done very often for a player or a pitcher to start game 6 and come in and relieve game 7. You don't see that anymore and be as effective as he was. I mean, that was phenomenal. But no, Mad Bum had the better World Series, I believe.
And that year for Mad Bum in those playoffs, and then a couple other playoff performances, which Ben used to get so fired up about, is the reason why some people said I'd take Madison Bumgarner over Clayton Kershaw, because it was the same thing. Well, Kershaw can't do it in the playoffs. Look what Madison Bumgarner's doing. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Which they were out of their mind, but I mean that's another day.
Yeah, people are confused. They get into the playoff mindset, and they think that's the end all. And obviously, you have to get there first. But why I think Madison Bumgarner's performance was better is simply because what he was surrounded with and the rotation, the players he had around him were not nearly as good as what Yamamoto had.
Right.
Yamamoto had a lot more help Bumgarner was kind of the dude.
The
Let's just say this. If Bumgarner doesn't do what he does, I know, listen, this is going to sound real bad too. Yamamoto went 3-0. Okay. But his replacement of what would have been in place of Yamamoto would have been better than what the Giants could replace Bumgarner with, if that makes sense.
Well,
Now,
yeah.
I'm not saying the Dodgers win the series if whoever they replace him with pitches. Okay, but what
the
I'm saying
but
is,
they could have picked Kershaw or Roki.
yeah,
Where
exactly. And the replacement of Bumgarner would have not been that at all. So
no,
that's where I'm coming from. Bumgarner, if he doesn't do that, they're not even in the conversation at all. So that's kind of how I take it there. But don't take anything away from Yamamoto. That was an incredible performance, and it's going to make it really tough on Micah Wade on who he keeps this year in fantasy, man. Because Yamamoto really went bonkers.
really,
Yes,
really
he
turned it
did.
on.
He's got Logan Gilbert sitting in the
Oh,
John. John, what place? Oh, wait,
oh,
you
John,
don't even got any draft picks.
John don't even have no draft picks to trade. So
That's true. You know what I think you should just do is just get a guy named Will Smith, and if you do that, you have a pretty good chance to win the World Series, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. That's the approach I would take.
is
Doesn't
is 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 this name the new John Smith? Or everybody's naming their kid Will now and their last name's Smith. Because that used to be the most common name when we were like, hey, there's a John Smith. Oh, there's another John Smith. There's another. Now it's like, how many guys are named Will Smith? I mean, like, it's
Hey, if
just.
you're going to talk bad about it, but keep that name out your mouth, boy. Will Smith. That
You
name is
just need to
legit.
have a Will Smith. I mean, that's you 6 in a row. I think you need to have a Will Smith. I think the Cardinals need to go try to get Will Smith. Both of them.
Yeah,
Let's just get both of them.
absolutely. Get both of them. I'm in.
No, hire Will Smith to be your general manager. I
No
mean,
kidding.
Yeah.
Speaking of the ace of Major League Baseball, he rides off into the sunset with the third World Series title. Now, he didn't do much. He got an out in Game 3, but that's because he wasn't pitching well anymore. But he did get a third title. It does count. I've heard that the titles still count no matter what you do. Of course, that's what the championship chasers tell me anyway. So, congratulations on Clayton Kershaw and getting his third World Series title. He goes out in the sunset. I'm going to miss seeing him pitch because he is my all-time favorite pitcher. And he anchored my fantasy staff for years. So
Oh, man. So stupid.
big talking point here, though. Guys, look at this. And I've got a few things to say here, but I want you to kind of react to this. 25.9 million viewers for Game 7 of the 2025 World Series compared to 16.4 million of the 2025 NBA Finals Game 7. React to this, guys.
That's why they call it
this,
America's
this
favorite pastime.
no, this proves that big markets matter. The
Oh, it definitely does.
NBA Finals was Oklahoma City and Indiana. That's why the viewership is down. If it was the New York Knicks, Boston Celtics, Miami Heat, Los Angeles Lakers, Clippers, that viewership would have been better. You had the Los Angeles Dodgers, which is the team in there, but you had that market, and then you had the Blue Jays, which is everybody was on. So that to me showed that's what it was. You had small market NBA Finals, or in the NBA or MLB, you had a big market team. So
Oh, it definitely
that
matters. I mean, for
that
sure.
that that just proves to me what everybody says. Oh, or people are going to watch it, blah blah blah. Yeah, people are going to watch it, but the viewership's going to be higher when you have a big market in it. Because in those finals, those LA markets, those New York markets, they weren't. Oh, well, our teams aren't in it. Why are we even going to? Well, maybe view it, click over, check the score or whatever. But they're not. You're not bringing in how many people are in LA? 5 million people just in that market or whatever. More than that. I mean,
Yeah. And that's exactly what I was going to say, too. It's, people want to knock big markets, and they want to knock even. I had just had an argument this summer with somebody who ended up deleting my comment on Facebook, but about dynasties ruining sports. Yeah, it looks like it. This is the biggest viewership for baseball in 34 years. Okay.
You
And
know,
why is it a big deal? Because not only is it a big market, but think about all of the countries that are involved on the Dodgers roster. You have
yeah.
all those eyeballs watching the game because it's a big market and they're spending money and they're paying their players.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the person that told you that dynasties are destroying sports, I here's my counter argument to that. When you have a dynasty, okay, I'm a fan of a team that's in the dynasty right now in the current middle of one. People are viewing in hoping that they lose.
Yeah.
People when if your team is not playing against the Chiefs, you are viewing in, and the guy in the middle right here, he is one of them that he roots for the Chiefs to lose every week, every week. So people are tuning in, hoping they're going to lose. So they're getting more eyes on it, which in turn, what you don't realize is you're doing better for that team because their ratings are better. So hey, those TV say, hey, we're going to give you here's a little bit more money because you are making so much money because the eyes are on you. So dynasties are not bad for sports. I think they help the sport out because like the Patriots for those years, the Lakers and everything. Everybody hated them, wanted them to lose. So you tuned in, even if your team wasn't playing, hoping that they would lose, and then you'd be mad when they did.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's it's always good. It's always a good story. The underdog story. The Oklahoma City versus Indiana. It was fun. I mean, we watched it because Oklahoma, but
Right.
people who in LA and in other places are like, I don't watch that.
Yeah. Who are these guys?
You know,
I've never heard of
And
them.
and a lot of people don't like the foul merchant, but
Oh, free throw merchant, boy.
the free throw merchant.
who's worse, him or James Harden in Harden's prime?
I'm gonna probably stick with SGA, but
SGA is pretty bad on it. It's pretty
yeah.
bad.
That's actually one thing that you two will agree on, which is kind of funny. Huge, huge win for the Oklahoma Sooners going to Tennessee and defeating the Volunteers was 33-27, I believe.
Yes.
And we didn't necessarily play great, but
Nope.
we finally forced turnovers,
Turnovers.
Mosby.
Forced turnovers. Lost R. Mason in the first half, which if he had played there, it would have played a bigger factor in the thing. But it was 33-27. It really wasn't that close. It was just a late score by Tennessee there. Like, oh, but it was really a two-score game most of the time. We ran the ball well. I mean, we blocked well. We started two true freshmen at tackles, but Mateer didn't turn the ball over, and we caused turnovers. So that's the recipe for our success because we have the defense, and this is going to kind of tie into maybe some stuff we talked about later. When you don't put your quarterback, your defense in bad positions as an offense of turning the ball over, giving the other team short fields, and you don't turn it over, even if you just play the field possession game and you punt it away and make them drive a long field, you give your defense the stats and the odds of your defense making the stop and turnover go up tremendously. But if you give them short fields, or if you give your defense and you turn it over two possessions in a row, your defense is going to be on the field too much and they're going to gas out a little bit.
We ran the ball well in the second half. I mean, we moved the ball in the second half. Now Tennessee's defense is not great, so I'd still like to see more from the passing standpoint for OU because we still got a tough slate coming here. But
Well, Keontae Lewis is still out, correct?
yes, I think so.
So I think getting him back healthy will be a big key.
That will be big. Now, what people are getting twisted on is Aguilar was 29 or 45 for 393 passing yards, but we shut down their run. Okay,
Yes.
and the turnovers were a direct result of how much pressure our defensive line put on them. I mean,
And
it
if we
was
make a couple, tackles on the edge, that passing yards go down because Cortland Guillory tried to just blow up a guy instead of wrapping up, and then the guy broke for a 50-yard touchdown or something like
yes,
that.
yes, and it just I was very pleased. We got gashed there early. They were moving the ball on us. Tennessee was moving the ball, and they had every chance to win that game. But guess what? Um, Brent Venables very much a bend don't break type defense, and that's what they did. They were bending, and they finally something clicked in the second half to be able to move the ball on offense, and we went ahead and put the game away. But 33-27 victory. That was a very, very good victory for us. We absolutely needed that to go 7-2 and 3-2 in the SEC, and to keep our playoff hopes alive because we have a bye this week.
Yes, got a much needed bye. Get some people rested up, some healthy, and Alabama has to play LSU, a rivalry game. And I like us having a bye and getting that off, and then maybe catching Alabama. We're playing with a little bit of emotional fatigue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
and it'll be tough going to Alabama, but I am very, 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 very pleased with the performance that we had. Now, this play right here, John, was one of the greatest defensive touchdowns I've ever seen.
Oh, I seen a highlight of this, and I was like, "What in the world?"
Because for one, why I love it so much is the ball literally bounced up into his arm as he was trying to get around.
Didn't have to do anything.
He was getting
just
around the defender, and the ball pops in his arm.
Mm-hmm.
So this right here, okay. I mean, first of all, he was getting held when he was trying to rush the passer. It's obvious right here. And then this whole play right here of him just carrying this dude for 20 yards and finally shoving him down, not going down, and then going down the sideline, pulling his hammy, about going out of bounds. It was just a crazy play.
Yeah, no, it was I've never seen anything like that one. That was
that
was about as impressive as I've ever seen.
Reminded me of Greg Jennings when he caught the touchdown pass, and I think broke his leg or tore his hammy and was limping into the end zone and almost got caught. But he was like, I'm not going to score. I'm going to get in the end zone. I mean, it was a man play. It was a man-child play. Like, get off me, and you're not going to keep me out of this end zone.
It was fantastic, man. It was great.
Impressive.
What about our kicker?
Oh gosh,
unbelievable!
Sandell, he's unbelievable. And then his shorts
wearing shorts, wearing shorts out there.
Man, which to me, whatever. But people want to make that big deal now because he kicks so well. Okay, okay.
People are going to hate.
Listen, they used to have to wear pads on the knees. Look at these pants right here. They ain't got no pad. Right. Look at there ain't nothing covering their knees.
They don't have no knee pads anymore. They don't.
So,
half of the time they don't even have thigh pads. It's literally they're just wearing pants.
Yeah. So it is what it is. People want to complain because he did so well, and okay, whatever. But what I did find interesting is people are now calling for Josh Heupel's job. Is that warranted?
No,
not at all. I mean, given the situation he was put in when he took the job, or I mean that he took. I mean, obviously,
took it over when they were on probation, right? Because Jeremy Pruitt did some bad stuff there, so lost some scholarships or whatever.
I mean, he was in an uphill climb that day one.
Had a really good year with what was that kid's name?
Hooker, what's it?
Yeah, Hendon Hooker probably would have made the playoff then, but Hendon Hooker tore his ACL in one of those last games and then had a down year, which I mean I think they went 7-6 or something like that. But then got another quarterback in, had I think it was Joe Milton, right, or something. I mean, and then last year they made the playoffs with Nico. Well, they weren't expecting Nico to leave. I mean. So they had to scramble and get Joey Adler, and then there's
my thing is where did the unrealistic expectations come from the beginning?
We kind of talked about this last week with LSU.
That's what I was supposed to say. Yeah,
people aren't calling for Stark's head. He's 7-2, but I think Texas was down so long which Tennessee fans should be the same way. They've been down so long, they should be thankful that they got a coach in there that's going to get them 9 to 10 to 11 wins and be able to compete every year. And that's what I'm worried about with us OU fans is I understand it. Ben understands it. We got to be okay with 9-3, 10-2, 10-3, 11-2, blah blah blah. And then about once every 3 or 4 years, you have a good team that's gotten experience. That hey, we're going to go 11-1 in the regular season. We're going to have a legit shot at winning the national championship. But some of these fan bases, and we'll talk about that a little bit in the NFL because you see it on Twitter. Some of these fan bases are psychotic. They wanted to fire Ryan Day on the spot last year after they lost to Michigan. Well, they're the defending national champions. And I guarantee you, if they lose to Michigan this year, you're going to hear it again. We need to get rid of him. We need to get rid of him. He just won a national championship.
And here's the thing. And they'll probably hate hearing this, but Tennessee is not a blue blood.
They're a top 20 program all
They're
time,
great.
but
They're great.
But what's Heupel's record? 43 and what? 43 and
43-18 overall record.
That's pretty good.
Dang good.
Yeah. And you were in the playoffs last year.
You tell me. You could argue. I don't even know if it's an argument. He's probably a top 10 coach in America.
Now, what I did read, I was reading some stuff earlier, and it's like, yeah, I can see that. A lot of people say Heupel's offense is outdated. It's that Art Briles offense back when Baylor was good, and a lot of people say the NCAA people have caught up with it. That it's make or break 50 points or nothing.
Yeah. Your mic's doing something there, Mosby.
Yeah, you went really quiet.
Can you guys hear me good now?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying is like, you just last year they were talking about earlier the year that Tennessee's defense was one of the top units, and it's just they have a lot of injuries, they have a lot of turnover. I mean, for God's sakes, they lose their starting quarterback in April, and they were lucky to get Aguilar, to come over, and he's not the best of the best, but he was able to get him in and at least give him a fighting chance. He's not bad. Here's my next question: who are they going to get?
I don't know.
Are they a better job than LSU?
No.
Are they a better job than Penn State?
No.
Florida?
I mean, it's a good job, but I mean, like I said, there's a lot of other jobs. Hell, Lane Kiffin can be connected to it. Go back, Lane. Go back and make up for the leaving after that 1 year. I'm just going to say this: if they wanted to get rid of Tennessee, and we happen to maybe separate from Brent Venables, come home, Michael. Come home.
No crap. I would take him back.
Yep.
I don't know if he'd come back, but I was talking to my brother, and he said that when we got rid of Heupel, he truly believed is to mask our lack of success on the defensive end. He felt like the Heupel, whatever, he was fine. Should have just kept him, and we've got rid of him because we were trying to mask how bad we was on defense. Now I'm glad we ended up getting Lincoln Riley in there and him.
I disagree with that because I think Lincoln Riley, when it comes to offense, is head and shoulders above anybody.
But let me ask you this: this was his counterpoint. He did say that, but with what Lincoln Riley put us through after leaving, would we have been better off if Heupel would have stayed and then took over for Venables and then been there? Because he wouldn't have left OU. He would have stayed there.
He'd probably still be there. But I've read Bob Stoops' book. Bob Stoops talked about those staff changes he took, and he said it was needed. They started to get stagnant. And it wasn't just Heupel. He got rid of a bunch of people that he brought to OU with him. I mean, and so he brought in new young blood. It bit OU in the butt years later with Lincoln Riley leaving. But that is That one still is a mystery to me because you don't leave a blue blood for a blue blood. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just that was a weird jump to me, but it is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, in that aspect of him leaving like that in the middle of the night, yeah, it'd probably been better to keep Heupel along. But would have Heupel been able to grow into the coach he is now if that wouldn't have happened? Maybe not. Maybe they would have stayed stagnant. Maybe Bob Stoops, we had been calling for his head at the end there.
Yeah.
Bob, I mean, I trust Bob Stoops. To me, I think he's the best coach in OU history. I mean, because of what he brought us back from and stuff like that, and this kept it sustained for so long, and he stepped in when Lincoln Riley left. I like he said that he did. I trust his decision that he made those changes because he saw where the program was going. He's like, we need a jump start.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you have some coaches that are getting contract
Mm.
extensions and they can't beat a ranked opponent to save their lives. Now, I know Nebraska was in a bad situation when he came in, but how's that acceptable?
It's not, or it shouldn't be anyway.
Now, this is probably going back. This is not all Matt Rule,
That's not
Probably
Matt
not.
Rule.
No,
No, that is not
that's
all
just
Matt Rule. No,
Nebraska.
because
That's
he's
but
only been at Nebraska
but
for 3 years.
but yeah, I mean, you say he's been there for 3 years, so what he might have 10 to 15 of those losses, maybe. I don't know. That
No,
may
I
be too
don't
high
think he
too.
does
So
because you got to think about Indiana's just been ranked the last 2 years. Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State usually been the ones that rank. I mean, I don't know
mhm.
if they played Oregon last year. So the Big Ten when he came in wasn't as deep as it was as it is now. So you'd have to go back and look at each one of his schedules of those years and see how
Right,
many of those
but
wins are.
but that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're getting paid the money he's getting paid. He's supposed to be this highly touted coach, which he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we saw what
What
he did
what
at Banter, and I
what's
mean,
their what's their record now? 6-2, seven and
okay,
two,
I've got it. I've got it right
six.
here. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Matt Rule. This is not all at Nebraska, but he has a career record of 2-23 against ranked teams. His last win against a ranked opponent came in 2016 at Temple. He is 0 since 2016. He is 0-18 against ranked opponents at Baylor, Nebraska.
wow. So
Yeah,
that's impressive.
he he lost to Colorado. He lost to Michigan in his first year. He lost to Iowa. So there's 0-3, and then last year he lost to. I mean, he lost to Illinois, Indiana, Ohio
He
State.
is 0-8
There's
versus ranked teams in Nebraska.
so yeah.
So
I
that's what I'm
mean,
saying is
here's what Nebraska's down so many. They made a mistake of getting rid of Bo Pelini when Bo Pelini was going 9-3, 10-2, blah blah blah. Nebraska still thought, oh, that we are, and I've been there. I've been to a game there, beautiful campus, everything. To me, it's still a mystery of how bad they dropped off. To me, that's bad leadership in administration, and they
Yeah.
made bad coaching hires because and I understand people say, "Oh, well, they weren't able. Everybody caught up with them. They weren't able to do their walk-on a bunch of stuff like that." And I was like, "Well, they're a blue blood. I'm sorry. You should be able to compete no matter what." Like, look at Ohio State. Look at
The
Michigan.
history
Like,
in
they're not.
itself should help you bring the recruits and
And
the
and
coaching.
it's a beautiful city. So to me, it's a mystery of why they. I feel like it started when they hired Bill Callahan before they got Bo Pelini. And I feel like that was a massive mistake. But he had NFL coach took the. I feel like that was a massive mistake back then. What's now if you make that hire now in a day and age where it's kind of a mini NFL, that might not be a bad hire. But Matt Rule, I think he's got a little bit more leadway because okay, has been the trajectory's been up. He's 6-3. They got UCLA, Penn State, Iowa. Let's say they win all three of those games. They're 9-3, which those are all winnable games. They're 9-3. Okay, they barely lost to USC, and then they lost by 3 to Michigan. So
Yep.
they could end up being 9-3, getting a decent bowl. Okay, that's a trajectory to go up. Now I say 2 years from now, if this wins winless against ranked teams, then I think the hot seat gets turned on to him, kind of like it did with James Franklin. because that was James Franklin's thing. Okay, you stabilize us, you got us going, blah blah blah. You're getting us to win 10, 11 games. We made the playoff. We're won a Big Ten championship. We're competing for it. But now then there's a next step, and that's where James Franklin didn't take it. And Matt Rule, I think right now he's still a few years away until that hot seat's turned on him. That hey, and then I think Matt Rule's going to get a little bit of a breather because he just lost his quarterback for the year, which is massive. So if he goes 8-4, I think Nebraska fans are going to be happy. But let's say 2 years from now he's still there, and he's still only 8-4, 9-3. That's when I think the heat gets turned up on him. It's like, hey, we're not saying you need to win a big game every year, but man, we need an 11-1 year. We need a 10-2 year. We need to be in this playoff conversation. We need to win a game against Michigan. We need to win a game against Indiana because Carcinelli's proven right now at Indiana, you can win.
Yeah, 100%. But I think that's more of a he's a great coach, but obviously he's got a chip on his shoulder and feels like he has something to prove. His
wins.
story is
Google
phenomenal.
Him.
Oh,
he wins.
Yeah.
Google him.
It's
That's going to be me next year on that 6th grade football sideline. I win. Google me.
I mean, that's just one of the what was he? He was an assistant at Alabama and took a chance to leave.
They call him the mini. They call him the mini Nick Saban.
Incarnate. Incarnate world.
They call him the Nick Saban's twin, but he's a little bit younger now. But the thing with Carcinelli, he's 61 years old right now. Like he's not a young guy. So
yeah. But
Nebraska had to give Matt Rule that extension and we just talked about it that hey, Matt Rule's at a school that can match anything that Penn State does, and they did. A 2-year extension. You're not going anywhere.
Yep.
But Nebraska also did a smart thing of not being at a 5-year extension. They did 2 years. That gives them some breathing room, gives Matt Rule comfort of like, hey, I'm still able to build this program, but in 2 years from now, if it's not worth it, it's not going to make or break them to get rid of them.
Yep.
Hey, John, make it.
Yeah. Oh man, God. Well, that was a tough one. 38-21 to Kansas. I was happy to see Zane Flores back. Looked like an actual quarterback. He spent the last 3 or 4 games with a shoulder injury, whether, maybe it was something he was dealing with early on. I don't know, but he looked like a complete total quarterback in this game. It was actually kind of nice to see a quarterback actually throw a touchdown pass. It's been very rare for us this year. So 31-28, I mean, it was a good game. I mean, we were in it there till we weren't, obviously, but till the end. But we got a bye week this week, and then we got, I think, Kansas State next. So hopefully we can continue to build on what they're doing. If that is a thing. Kansas State's not what they were. So it's a winnable game, very winnable game. Kind of exciting to see what they're doing on the coaching search. I noticed or I heard there's some guys that I follow on X and whatnot. I was listening to a video earlier where Oklahoma State's telling recruits now that we're going to have a coaching hire before the month is up with. So, there's some exciting things going on in Stillwater. Seen a couple names thrown around with Alex Golish being probably the favorite, followed by Eric Morris, which I would love either one of those two. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see, but we've got Kansas State coming up in 2 weeks. So hopefully we can, get another week's practice. We can have practice in that, get Zane going and get him back in the swing of things. And man, this is a rough season, but not much to talk about, but we've got a lot to look forward to. So we've just got to keep building on what we're seeing here, but this game in 2 weeks, very winnable. So fingers crossed. Hopefully we can actually, beat somebody this year other than, Was that a UT Martin or whoever it was that we beat the first game of the season? It's frustrating, but is what it is. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So not much to discuss on this one.
A cool story about the name that John just said, Alex Golesh. I just said it the other day. He did not play college football. In 1991, his family escaped the Red Scare and moved here,
From
and
Russia,
now he's not from Russia, and now he might be the hottest name in the college coaching circuit. Did not play college football. Was why he was in college at Ohio State, got a job at a high school coaching, and then went from there. Never played down in college football.
Yep.
So I think me and Ben had a conversation a couple years ago where people overthink about, oh well, you didn't play the sport, blah blah blah. Alex Golesh
Yeah.
is rising up the levels. It is proof that you don't have to play the game at a high level to understand the game and know the
Well,
game.
and like the good thing, and I say the good thing, right? I think the favorable thing that Oklahoma State has working for them with Alex Golesh is he was a GA there for Mike Gundy for a year or two. His wife, I believe they said, is from the Stillwater area. So I mean, they've got local ties there, which is great because I mean he's one of the up and coming coaches in college football. And him or Eric Morris, I think are if it were me, that would be my 1A and 1B. You got two young guys that could be program builders and be another staple for that program for years, like Mike Gundy was. So, kind of excited to see where they go with this thing.
The first college football playoff projected bracket was released this week, and we have it on the screen. The 1 seed is Ohio State, number 2 is Indiana, 3 Texas A&M, 4 Alabama. They would get the byes. The 5 seed is Georgia, 6 is Ole Miss, 7 is BYU, 8 is Texas Tech, 9 is Oregon, 10 is Notre Dame, 11 is Virginia, and 12 is Memphis. The matchups would be 5 seed Georgia versus 12 seed Memphis, Ole Miss versus Virginia, Texas Tech versus the Ducks, and BYU versus Notre Dame. And look at the first two teams out. It's none other than the Red River rivalry, Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Quick thoughts on this, boys.
Interesting.
Ohio State, if they don't lose to Michigan, and Indiana, if they don't slip up because they don't face each other in the regular season, both of those are probably going to be a top 4 seed no matter what. If they go into the Big Ten championship game undefeated and one of them lose, I think both of those two will be a top 4 seed no matter what. I mean, you got Memphis not even ranked in the top 25 in the rankings, but they had to continue to rank to get to the next highest conference championship winner. That's out of the Power 4. That's Memphis. Well, then Virginia, this just shows what's going on. They're the highest ranked ACC team, so they're in there. So you ain't got Miami in there. Clemson's where me and John thought was the best team in the nation. It just and another team that we thought might have been the best team in the nation, LSU. Both of those teams are just, I think they're 8-8 combined. So what team do we want to put the curse on next, John? I mean,
man, I'm sitting here looking at it, and if I were to guess, I mean it's going to be a tough one because they're picked it up. That's Alabama.
My favorite matchup of this, if it ended, is at 10 versus 7, the Catholics versus the Mormons.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting one.
And
I'll see a lot of football.
What did you say?
Go ahead.
And BYU's quarterback, he's the real deal. You know why he's the real deal? He's wearing number 47. What quarterback wears those numbers anymore?
They don't.
Obviously, really, really early in the process, but Indiana's schedule. I heard something interesting. Somebody said if Tennessee had Indiana's schedule, they would be better off than what they are right now. Indiana's schedule. They played Illinois, which they were overrated when they played.
I was going to say they were ranked in, but yeah, obviously not.
They went to Eugene and beat Oregon.
They did, but here's the thing: here's the argument. They are beating everybody they play, and and they're not playing to their competition. The people they're supposed to destroy, they are destroying.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Indiana's good.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
Another good matchup I like is that 9 versus 8 by the roster versus the new by the roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So obviously a lot of things are going to change here. So, but I just thought that was interesting. It's always fun to see the new projected brackets and really teams that have their season and their own destiny, control their own destiny. Is I would say OU and Texas, because if they win out, but guess what? You've got to win out, and or the best chance for a 9-3 team, I still think, is OU. I still don't know if they would get in at 9-3, but if they win out,
you need some other people
You
to
need
lose.
an
So
upset or two.
if Ole Miss keeps winning and OU wins out, so that means Alabama would have 2 losses, maybe 3, because I don't know if Alabama and Ole Miss already played. So Texas and Georgia are going to play. So OU, the Alabama game could be an elimination game for them, but they could still go beat Missouri and LSU and finish 9-3. You would need Virginia. You need some more of the ACC teams to slip up. You need a couple of those Big 12 teams to slip up. I mean, you would need Alabama to win out and Ole Miss to win out, and then somehow maybe Texas gets in, and they're like, hey, your 30 losses are against teams that are only lost 4 games combined.
Yeah,
and they were not blowouts.
There's a lot of ball to be played, but if they win out, which is not an easy test. I mean, Missouri's not going to be an easy test, neither is LSU, but it is what it is. Now let's transition over to the NFL, and the power rankings according to this NFL writer. They have the Rams 1, the Buccaneers 2, Eagles 3, Bills 4, Seahawks 5, Colts 6, Broncos 7, Lions 8. Man, John, I haven't got to the where have I said the Chiefs yet? 9 Patriots, Packers 10, Niners 11, Steelers. Man, where are the Chiefs at? Oh my God! There's the Chiefs at 13.
Yeah, there they are.
What's up, John? What's up with that? Is there trouble? Is there trouble in John? Is there trouble in paradise?
I'm just going. The Chiefs are who we thought they were. The Chiefs are who we thought they were.
Look at this record in 1-score games in 2024, 12-0. What about this year, John? Was it? 0-4. They are 0-4 in 1-score games in 2025. What's going on here?
I mean, I said it, but I mean, they're not as good as what everybody thought.
Man,
that defense. Hey, I'm just telling you, Josh Allen showed everybody that their defense isn't as dynamic as, or isn't as great as what everybody thought they were, and that offense was nowhere to be found against the Bills. So
now I'm going to enjoy this while I can, because it's not going to last long. But the Panthers at 16 is beautiful. I'm going to take a picture of that. Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of that.
Who's that 22 there?
That's fine.
Who's that 22 there?
Oh, man.
That's fine.
Oh,
listen, because we weren't projected, nor were we supposed to be in the top 10. So I'm cool with that. But that's the thing.
That's all we've been hearing. Oh, your Cowboys.
Hey, listen, after the loss against the Cardinals, I was ready to hang it up for the year. I was ready to say that the season is 100%. Now, hang tight. It is 100% over. Now, I don't think it's quite 100%.
It is. But, perfect tweet. Lewis Reddit put it out. You still can't cover anybody.
Hey, Mosby, guess who made an appearance, though? Guess who made an appearance?
Garbage time, Dad.
Which leads me to this. Mos knows. Betty. Mos knows. The Chiefs. Mos knows.
Nothing.
Mos knows. Everything.
Oh, garbage time, that cringe. Oh, blah, blah, blah. How funny is this? It's very funny because it's freaking true. Okay, you go back and look at any big game Dallas has had that really mattered. This guy, garbage time dad, craps down his leg, He puts his defense in bad positions. And the other team, and I'm starting to think he does it on purpose to freaking pad those fantasy stats, to pad his stats and being stat pad, because he will be down 24 to nothing, 28-7. The next thing you know, he throws for 358 yards and 3 touchdowns, and they lose by 10 points. But you know what? Where were you in the first or second or third quarter when it mattered, when the game was over, and you put your defense in bad positions? Like John will defend it. Well, it's a defense, a defense. Well, the offense, as I understood, there's in football, there's offense, defense, and special teams. Well, if your defense gives up a touchdown, that means the offense gets the ball the next possession. But if they go up and put up zero or turn the ball over, oh, the offense didn't do its job. Well, then the defense goes up and gets another touchdown. Or the defense makes a stop, offense gets another chance. They don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. So a lot of times you go look back in the history of his career. I saw it multiple years ago when they came to Kansas City, and Cowboys are so good, so good. Crap down his leg. In the big moment, he can't handle it. They get down by 20 points. So yeah, that's why it always looks like he has good stats. Is because all they can do is freaking pass it because they're down. They're down. They're trying to play catch up because when it matters in the game, garbage time, baby, can't get it done. I need a shirt with that. No, we need to. I love them. We need to get a shirt with it. It's great. It is unbelievable, and we need some original content. This is original content. You need to get original content in your own life, buddy. Enjoy that L. Well, I think I commented on this on my personal thing. So this, because what John just said, oh, where did she? So enjoy the L. What is I think Josh Allen now is 5-1 in the regular season against the Chiefs. But what's his record in the playoffs? 0-4. How many Super Bowls has Josh Allen been to? Oh, that's right, none. You know how many times has Josh Allen beat Mahomes in the playoffs? Zero. A couple years ago when we had to play them in Buffalo, when the Chiefs couldn't win on the road. Oh, and this is the year when the Chiefs went like 11-6, and everybody's like, they're done. Their dynasty's over. They have to go on the road now. They've never been on the road. We went in Buffalo and took care of business in the divisional round. So the earliest that the Chiefs have ever been eliminated is the AFC Championship game, and Josh Allen isn't the quarterback that's eliminated them. So carry on. Enjoy your regular season win. Go ahead and hang that banner up. Good, congratulations on your 5-1 record in the regular season. But again, when it matters, Josh Allen don't get the job done, kind of like Dak don't get the job done.
Mos knows, Mos knows, Mos knows. Betty! Mos knows, Mos knows, Mos knows. The Chiefs! Mos knows, Mos knows, Mos knows.
Nothing.
Mos knows, Mos knows, Mos. Everything! Well. Teams that are exceeding or tying last year's win total. Patriots are going bonkers. Jaguars doing well. The Bears, and look at my Panthers. They were 5-12 last year. They are 5-4 throughout this season. And hey, John, who was it that kept saying the best in the NFC was those Green Bay Packers?
Mm-hmm.
Sit down, baby.
They still only got 2 losses.
Sit down.
I got that tie though too.
16-3. We go into Lambeau. Bryce Young don't even throw for very many yards. But
What,
guess who?
100 and
Hey,
something?
Mosby. Guess who?
Hey, Rico.
Rico. Guess who doesn't run the ball?
Rico. Chuba.
Thank you. I've been saying it the whole time. Rico's a better running back, and it is absolutely proving true every single game that he runs the ball. 16-13, and man,
if they keep Rico healthy, and I'm not saying it's just they have a legit shot to maybe sneak into playoffs by playing this style.
I know that, but I've said this the whole time because what I've said about the Carolina Panthers is we have to be able to run the ball. We have to be able to play a good defense, and that's how the Carolina Panthers have been good in the history of the Carolina Panthers. We haven't besides Cam Newton being an outstanding quarterback, what he did. Jake Delhomme led us there for a while. Kerry Collins there early. it was never really star-studded quarterbacks. As always, we had to have running backs. We've had some really good running backs, but we've had to play good defense. We have been playing good defense. Now, we're not completely there yet on the defensive side of the ball. We need to keep getting better. But Rico is absolutely just carrying us. He's running with an explosiveness that is just unbelievable. I heard one comparison that they said he kind of runs like a Le'Veon Bell. And he's just running. And here's the thing about Chuba. Chuba did really good for us, and he's a very good volume guy, but he does not have that explosiveness this year. Maybe he's still coming off that injury. He's just kind of hesitant or whatever, but he's not exploding through the hole like Rico is. But the good news is that was a massive win at Green Bay. I mean, obviously, I didn't think we was going to win that game, but we did, 16-13. But what's even a bigger deal is we have the New Orleans Saints, who are 1-8, coming to town this week, and we are a 5.5-point favorite. And we absolutely need to win that game. Now, I watched the Panthers long enough to realize that that could very well not happen. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we take care of the Saints like we should. But if we go to 6-4 after this week, holy cow, guys! I can't even begin to tell you how excited I would be. I'm going to say Panthers. I'm going to say we take care of the Saints, 27-20. You guys got a score prediction?
I say it's going to be 20-14 Panthers.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be more along the line of 24-10, probably.
You know what the Panthers have done that I know we're going to talk about on someone else later on the team? They have hit on some of their key picks, Derek Brown, J.C.
Yeah.
Horn. Cat's looking like he's going to be a good player. So they have hit, and that helps you because if you miss on one of those players here and there, it starts to put you behind the ball a little bit.
Yeah. Now, I found this interesting. The Panthers are just the second NFL team since 1970 to have a winning record through 9 games, despite being an underdog in every single game.
Impressive.
That's wild, isn't it?
So in the other news, in the other role, the guy that I go bet every week, the Panthers probably will lose this week. Since they're
Yeah,
the favorite.
right. Yeah.
That seems to be how it works. So you want to go make a parlay? Do not pick the Panthers. Avoid it. And go touch something else.
Hey,
Good news
John.
is,
Hey, John.
oh,
Big
baby.
trade. Hey, take the spotlight here, John.
Oh my goodness. So obviously, disappointing loss this week against the Cardinals. And as I stated a minute ago, after that loss, I thought that we were done. The season was over 100%. Even though there that day before the game, before the game even happened, whatever, Jerry Jones once announced, "Oh, we had a trade, we made a trade, but not going to release it until whatever." Okay, that Jerry being Jerry, he wants the attention, he wants the media, he wants all the cameras pointed at him. Okay, cool. But we have an absolute just a horrible showing on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Now, given the fact that we did get 5 sacks, okay, hey, great, that's cool. But he wants to talk about garbage time Dak, and he's always this, that, whatever. Okay, if you're watching the game, let's watch something other than just Dak throwing an interception sometime in the game that supposedly loses the game after they're already down. That's neat. But how about in the first half? I'm a big CD Lamb fan, but this is probably the poorest game I've ever seen him play. Terrible body language, terrible attitude, no hustle. The guy wasn't breaking back to the ball for nothing. He just wants to stand there and wait on it to come to him, and the defender's right on him. So what's going to happen? He's going to bat it down. But you got 4th and 4, and the guy's playing 7 yards off of you. Everybody knows break off the route at the sticks and get the freaking first down. Nobody cares about anything else. Dak's waiting on him to break off. No, what's he do? He goes up, runs the sideline, goes up, whatever, same thing. It was just an absolute crap show on the offensive side. 2 fumbles that shouldn't have happened, trying to fight for extra yards. Last time I checked, when you got 3 or 4 guys on you and they're trying to tackle you, just go down. Let a knee hit. Quit trying to go for the extra yard. Just protect the ball and go down. It's that simple. But after that crap show of a game that I had to watch, Tuesday being the trade deadline, they announced first thing in the morning we get Logan Wilson for a 7th round pick from Cincinnati. Okay. That improves our linebacking room. Linebacker room just improved by giving up a 7th round pick. I'm cool with it. Didn't expect much more than that after that loss, to be honest with you. And then the big news was announced. Quinnen Williams for 2026 2nd round pick, 2027 1st round pick, and Mosby Smith, who was a fumble of a 1st round pick. Phenomenal. Listen, I keep seeing all these NFL professional, they're gurus, experts, whatever, giving the Dallas Cowboys an F grade for that trade. You're an idiot. Anytime you can get a 27-year-old premier defensive lineman that is top 3 at his position in the NFL at 27 years old, you make the trade. You get him. You go and you get him. Now you have a corner piece right there on the defensive front to pair with Kenny Smith and Oso Odigizua, and you've got those two who in the last, or I think it said since 2022, are 1 and 2 on quarterback pressures while being double teamed. So now you got 2 of the biggest, strongest, best pass rushing defensive linemen who still get quarterback pressures when they're being double teamed. Phenomenal. That is a phenomenal trade, because even if it doesn't propel us and send us into the playoffs this year, guess what? You're set up next year when you have a 1st round pick, 2 1st round picks in the 1st round for 26. You're set. You're golden. Now you're building for the future. You have something to build on. But I'm sitting here looking at this going, Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson is going to improve the run game 100%. Those two, we're fixing to get DeMarvion Overshown back against Raiders. Siobhan Revel is going to be back against Raiders. Yes, he is a rookie, but before his knee injury at East Carolina, he was projected to be a 1st round pick. So unless that knee injury just jacked him up, there's talent there. So our defense is getting better just in a couple days. So we could potentially take what we have here and push and still make the playoffs. I am over the moon excited. I can't wait. And for anybody who says, oh, you still need somebody to cover, well, guess what? 5 sacks shows that we do have a pass rush. You throw in Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson, who's a linebacker that can play the run and the pass. You sit Kenneth Murray, well, cut him, send him home, send him packing. Because Shamar James, his 5th round pick from Florida, has been our best linebacker over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Our linebackers are 10 times better than they were with Overshown coming back. So listen, anybody who doesn't know what they're talking about, just keep their mouth shut, because this is fixing to be fun. Not saying Dallas is going to the playoffs, but we have a much better shot now after the trade deadline than we did before. So what do you think, guys?
Oh, sorry. 45 minutes later. My God.
Hey,
Holy,
don't you
holy, holy
I
moly.
can-
I was able to go to the bathroom break, go check on my kids,
Good.
go get refill my
Good.
water, and I was thinking I'm going to come back to them talking, but no, it was still you talking. Holy moly!
Yeah, good. That's
Oh.
that right there, sir. You
Guys,
probably
I'm
should
sorry.
listen.
We don't have enough time for the rest of the night.
Oh, man.
Thank you for joining in.
Oh.
You'll be all right.
Where are we at? Okay. Mosby, does it really move the needle that much?
So they gave up 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and Mosby Smith, right?
No, we gave up a 2026 2nd round and a 2027 first. And Mosby
But
Smith. That's it.
they didn't give up 2 first-round picks.
They gave up 1.
I thought they gave up 2 first-round picks.
No. What does that say right there? 2026 2nd round, 2027 first, and Mosby Smith. That's it. That's all we gave up.
Oh,
So we still have a first. We got 2 first-round picks this year and 1 next year.
Well, back to your question, but no, it doesn't move the needle for him. No. Quinnen Williams, yeah, decent player. but is he the top of the list like John says he's not? No, because there's a reason why the Jets are moving on for him. There's a reason why the Jets' defense. Not saying Quentin Williams is part, but there's a reason why the Jets' defense has been pretty bad. I mean, but yeah. So you didn't want to pay a guy that I just checked today on FanDuel, a guy that is the number one best odds for the defensive player of the year. You didn't want to pay him, but you took on a guy that's not even in the top 10 of that list that has a big contract too. And
you're going to tie up $40 million a year on one player by signing Micah Parsons. What you just did, you traded Micah Parsons for a first-round pick, Quentin Williams, Kenny Smith, or Kenny Clark, and a second-round pick. That's what you got out of that. That's exactly what you got out of Micah Parsons.
And what everybody rate this trade as an F, right? And you think they're all stupid. So people that do this, people that this year, people that do it for a living, do this for a living that evaluate stuff and been in the NFL for real.
How many of these
they don't know it, guys. Experts, they don't know anything. They don't know anything. That's
how many of these experts are wrong?
Guys,
and how many get
that
fired?
That tells you everything you need to know about John's fandom with the Cowboys. So they could have traded. They could have signed. They could sign Deion Sanders right now. They're gonna play corner, and he would talk about how it's going to work.
You're an idiot. Is Dan Orlovsky, however they say his name, is he the greatest guy of all time because he sits on the freaking bench?
Knows a lot more about it than us. Knows a lot more about it than us. Knows a lot more about it than us.
Is where the back of the end zone is. That's how stupid that guy is. He gets paid to give his opinions. That guess what? His opinions don't make him a genius.
This does not move the needle. This does not move the needle because it doesn't solve two things. It doesn't solve their secondary issues. They can't cover anybody. And it doesn't solve that Dak cannot win a big game.
Defensive lineman and pass rush solves issues in the secondary. We're getting Hooker
you
back.
You had a premier guy that you didn't want to pay.
You had one guy. You had one guy. No defensive. Our interior defensive line was weak as all get out.
Linebackers. Ben, correct me if I'm wrong. Cincinnati's defense, is that a top 5 defense this year?
Oh my God!
Or they might be one of the worst defenses in the league, and you just traded for one of their top players on that defense. Yep. Solves your issues right there. You got a guy that's playing on one of the worst defenses in the league.
Let me ask
that
you
he's part of it for another
NFL genius. You've got 11 guys on the defensive side of the ball, right? Is that correct? Do you got to count real quick? Yes, let me answer. You've got 11. So if you've got 11 guys, how many of those have to be good for that whole defense to be
What's Dallas's record?
Now,
what's Dallas's record? How many of those guys got to be good?
How many of those guys have to be really good for that defense to be top 10?
Every single one of them, John. And you don't have every single one of those guys. This is not going to move the needle for them. What's Dallas's record? 3-5-1, or what is it? 3-5-1. Dallas's final record is going to be 8-1.
Does this get them to the playoffs?
No, they do not make the playoffs.
John, do you think they make the playoffs?
They are behind the Panthers. They are behind the Panthers in Arizona, which are 2 games that you expected to win, and now you are behind both of them in the standings.
We're behind 2 teams that could fumble the bag at any given time on any game. Okay, well, I'm cool with it.
Dallas has been fumbling the bag the whole. Dallas's only wins are against. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Giants, the Jets, I think, and who else did it? And the Commanders when they didn't have Jalen Daniels or any first team running or any receivers playing for them, right? Those are their 3 wins. The Giants without Jackson Dart, the Jets, there's 1-7, and the Washington Commanders without a starting receiver playing. Those are your 3 wins. So,
and guess what? These just got 10 times better in the last 48 hours.
You know who would be a really good team, though? Speaking of the Bengals, is if the Bengals offense and the Browns defense decide to form an Ohio team. Oh my gosh.
Boy, that'd be good.
Can you
How
imagine that team?
how good are both of those in that picture? Jamar Chase and Miles Garrett, unbelievable.
Golly. That would be an intense team, man. That would be an
What's
intense team.
what's up with the Ohio NFL teams liking the color orange? I mean,
Right.
there's we maybe we need to do some research during the week on that. It's like, why are both of their NFL teams have orange in their colors?
I mean, one's orange and they're called the Browns.
That's
Good question.
their number. Their number. Their numbers are brown. I mean, but yeah, I've thought about that my whole life too.
Yeah, they're orange and they're called the Browns. I mean, that's kind of cute.
Hey, John, I got something funny. What's this MVP watch here? I don't see.
Oh,
Where is?
Where
is?
Well,
he's not there.
Where's my home?
Eric Williams, one guy. So pull up FanDuel's odds, which is all of the odds.
John,
and I'm
seeing Eric Williams MVP watch.
I'm looking at. I just say this is Fox on NFL, and hey, according to Mosby, these guys know more than anybody. So you're going to say FanDuel, which is a bet. They know more than Eric Williams. Get out of here.
Drake May's leading the MVP watch here for Eric Williams.
That wouldn't be a bad pick. That's the best team in the NFC.
Eric Williams.
There's Josh Allen. Look at Josh Allen there, third.
Over Kermit the Frog.
Way up.
JT and Sam Darnold. He's been balling. Shot calling.
Donald's been good.
He has.
Danny Dimes.
He has.
If I had to give the MVP to anybody, which is going to Chiefs talk, but I would probably, depending on what the record ends up, I'd probably give it to Lamar. But Chiefs talk, okay? So been through this through years. I'm going to talk a little bit about the fan base on Twitter freaking out that we didn't make a move yesterday. That, we didn't make a trade. Okay, well, you got a front office that has built this organization where we've been to 7 straight AFC title games. The earliest we've been eliminated is the AFC Championship game. They've been to 5 Super Bowls. They won 3 of the Super Bowls. They've drafted Trent McDuffie, George Kalafis, Nick Bolton, Patrick Mahomes, Rasheed Rice, Worthy, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, just Josh Simmons, which just is back in the facility, which when he was there, he was shutting them down. Okay, so all these draft picks that we have hit on, Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson, Jaden Hicks, are safeties, I mean, across the board, okay? And people are freaking out like, oh, why aren't you giving up a 3rd-round pick for Breece Hall? Well, first off, Breece Hall is a rental, okay? We're not going to pay him big money in the offseason. That's not a position that the Chiefs pay big money to. Never in the history have we paid big money to a running back. Our best running back in our history has either been Jamal Charles or Priest Holmes. Well, we signed Priest Holmes to a bargain deal of a contract, and when he got released by the Ravens, and we drafted Jamal Charles. Running back is not a position we're going to pay big money to. We need a defensive line help more than anything, okay? So, we'll just give that 3rd-round pick up and get him. Well, when you're a team that's been built off of drafting and building and developing your players, and it's been a success, that's what they're going to do. I'm going to trust that front office. I'm going to trust their evaluation. It'd been nice on a fantasy look to have Breece Hall or whatever. It'd been great. Trust me. I just told John this yesterday. I love to have him, but I'm going to trust the organization. Bill Polian, who built the Colts up, he said how you build your team is through your draft. And then you feel the next step is your free agency, and the last step is through trades. Okay. We didn't make a move. Oh well, it ain't worried about it. We lost the Buffalo Bills. We lost the Buffalo Bills 5 straight times in the regular season the last 5 years. How many times has the Buffalo Bills won the Super Bowl or made it to the Super Bowl in those years? 0. How many times have we made it to the Super Bowl? We've made it 4 times, I believe, in those 3 straight. Have won 2 of them, 3 of them. Okay, we're 5-4. A couple years ago, we went 11-6. I remember we got destroyed by the Raiders on Christmas, and everybody, oh, it's over. What I've learned, and in the beginning of this run, I used to be one of these crazy fans, psycho. was freaking out. What I've learned, and I've got more patient on, is we don't show all of our cards in the red. We don't care for the 1 seed. We don't care for the 3 seed. We don't care for the 4 seed. We are a playoff team. We want to get to the playoffs, which right now we're the 8 seed. So yeah, we got a tough schedule coming up. So right now, if you want to say we're the eighth best team in AOC, we gotta make sure we get there. But when we get there, we're a dangerous team because that's what we have built this organization around. Is it doesn't matter if we're the 5 seed, it doesn't matter if we go up, we got to go on the road. We are going to show up in the playoffs. We do not show our full slate of cards when we know that hey, we might play Buffalo or Baltimore or someone in the playoffs. It was very vanilla. You can watch that game, very vanilla game plan, very vanilla defensive plan. Now we do got to develop a pass rush, but we also Spags likes to blitz. He didn't blitz a lot. Used a lot of spies against Josh Allen. Didn't put the pressure on him. We also Mahomes got pressured the most times, which shocked me compared to those two Super Bowls he lost. He got pressured the most times in his career and got hit. Wasn't a good game for the offensive line, but you got Josh Simmons back in the building. That's going to sew that up a little bit. It's going to help out. You got Trey Smith an extra week to get healthy. Okay, well, you got Josh Simmons who was shut down when he was there. Then he had to go leave for the personal reason. He's back. Okay, running game. I mean, running game's been looking good. I think we need to go with Kareem Hunt as a starting running back full time. Pacheco just had another leg injury. I think it's time for in the offseason to move on from Pacheco, and then maybe we go draft a running back. I'd rather draft a running back than go trade for one that we're going to have to pay big money to. Let's draft one, start that rookie contract, and build on there. I'm not panicking because it's been the same old story, same old boat in the history. And I'm sure Patriots fans heard this, and I'm sure John remembers when the Cowboys were good, which was 48,000 years ago. He would remember this. I know Lakers fans and all these teams that always win and always good. They always hear, "Oh, well, they're in trouble. What's wrong with the Chiefs? What's wrong with the Patriots? What's wrong with this? Blah blah blah." But when it comes down to it, there was nothing wrong with it. We just freak out because we hate them and we would love for them to lose, and we like to try to see any flaw that they have. But then when it comes down to it, they're always there at the end of the game. So they put up that list of Eric Williams, his MVP list. A guy that never played for the Chiefs, Akeem Talib, who hated the Chiefs because he played for the Broncos. He said, Chiefs are fine. I ain't worried about it. They didn't show nothing special against Buffalo for a reason. They're a playoff team. That's when they're going to show up. And until they're eliminated, they're the team to go through.
Well, with the Super Bowl odds, week 10, those Chiefs and the Bills are still the Super Bowl
Oh,
odd favorites. Look at
Wah,
this.
wah, wah.
Rams at 800, the Eagles at 900. You got the Colts and the Lions and the Packers and Seahawks, Broncos, Ravens, Buccaneers, Patriots, Niners, Chargers, Steelers, Jaguars. We're not going to go any further. But what do you think of this?
It's expected. I will see the Ravens odds getting higher the more that Lamar stays healthy, but it's expected.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You're telling me you got a 5-14 favored? Get the and
did,
you
did,
say
did,
these.
did,
Hold
did you
on.
just not,
You
did you just
say
not
these
hear the Saints
experts.
bill?
You think these experts are geniuses and know everything? Shut the bleep up.
So
No.
Mahomes has been the starter for this is his 8th year, 7 years. The earliest they've been eliminated was twice in the AFC title game and made it to the Super Bowl 5 times. So
They keep
until
jacking
they
around.
are
It ain't gonna matter. They're not even gonna make the
until
playoffs. They're
they are
third in their freaking division.
mathematically eliminated, you're saying it's stupid to put the odds on them when they have shown nothing other than hey,
I
we'll
didn't
make it to
know
the
that we were
AFC
talking about the
Championship
last
every
4 or
year.
5 years. I thought we were talking about the product that's
Hey.
being put on the field this year that's looked like absolute trash. Thank you.
I can't wait for that Thanksgiving game, by the way.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
Hey,
Kermit the Frog.
if this is the Chiefs trash, it's still better than what the Cowboys are putting on the field. So.
You just wait.
Hey, this right here, 10 franchises that are always in rebuild mode. Do you agree with this list? They got the Jets, the Athletics, the Jazz, the Nets, the Wizards, the Sharks, San Jose Sharks, the Islanders, there's a couple hockey teams, the New York Giants, Chicago Bears, and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Agree or disagree with this list?
100%. Anytime you see anything about rebuild, these teams are normally the ones being mentioned.
I disagree with it because the Giants were pretty good just 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They've had some success in line. Now the A's, the Jets, yes, the Pirates, yes, the Jazz, yes. I mean, the one that kind of shocks me is the Nets on this because they're in a big market. They got big time owner or whatever, so
And
kind of like
they just went and traded, a couple years back. They had, all the superstars with KD and everybody else, and
I
still failed.
I can't talk about the hockey because I do not keep up with the hockey at all. But the Pirates, for sure, Pirates have been rebuilt since they got rid of Barry Bonds.
They're like the big market team's farm system. That's all they are. Farm system extension, I guess you call it.
But the Wizards, yeah, they are. I can't remember the last time the Wizards were good. I mean, but the the Bears, are they really in rebuild mode? No, they're in the playoffs right now.
Good, man.
They're doing good. They're got a winning record. They beat those Dallas Cowboys. They beat those Dallas Cowboys. Beat those Cowboys. How about them Bears?
To go along with this, what do you guys think of the draft pick haul for the 2027 draft? The Jets are stacking up.
It's huge.
So I saw a thing that the Jets just had, I think in like 2020, 2021, we had to go back and look. They had 4 first-round picks in those 2 years, and what happened to it? I think the Jets are going to be in recycle hell until they get a new owner or he backs off. I think Woody Johnson.
Woody Johnson.
I don't think he's
owner in the NFL.
I don't think he's talked about enough about how bad he is.
Mm-hmm.
How bad he is. They have Sam Darnold. Okay, they made everybody think Sam Darnold was done, washed.
Yeah.
Well, he goes to Minnesota, gets some good coaching, gets a good organization, and now Minnesota moves on to J.J. McCarthy. What's the smart thing to do? Don't pay the big money. You start recycle until you figure out if you got a Super Bowl. Well, Seattle, they're having no issues with it. Okay, I mean, so it's all they got a great draft haul, yes, but they still need a quarterback. Okay, they got Breece Hall, they got Garrett Wilson, but are they going to re-sign Breece Hall? Does Breece Hall want to re-sign? They just traded away. Well, no, their cornerstone of their defense is still there, Jermaine Johnson, but then they just traded Sauce Gardner, which in their defense, Sauce Gardner a couple years ago, he was crowned the best defensive player in the league. He's had back-to-back not very good years.
Mm-hmm.
He's not so is he going to go back to form for the Colts, or is Sauce Gardner just an average cornerback that's good enough to be in the NFL, but not the stud like Darrelle Revis or whatever it was? So you got to hit on those picks. So I mean, and they're in a position that hey, we're 1-7, and they've lost some close games. But now, would they have made these moves if they were 3-4, 4-3? Probably not. But
yeah, so on our pick'em last week, we did okay. Me and John got 9 wins. Mosby got 8. We all picked Baltimore, Chicago. Me and Mosby picked Chicago over Cincinnati. We all lost Detroit versus Minnesota. We all lost Green Bay versus Carolina. 13-point spread, too, by the way, on that one. Chargers over Tennessee. We got that one right. We all got the Patriots over the Falcons. We all got the Niners over the Giants. I guess there was a little fatigue there with Mosby picking the Giants like 14 times in a row. Mosby got this one right. Pittsburgh over the Colts. I'm kicking myself because I had the Steelers picked in this one, and I switched it to the Colts. John and I picked Denver over the Texans. Surprised that Mosby didn't pick Denver, John.
Took C.J. Stroud getting knocked out of that game, or it would have been Houston.
Jaguars over the Raiders. We all picked that. We all picked the Rams over the Saints. Look, John, we picked the Bills over the Chiefs.
Yeah, we did.
John's the only one who picked Seattle over Washington. I actually was very confident that Washington was going to win this game, and it was not close at all. And then, wow.
Surprise.
Who lets us down? Who lets us
down? The Dallas Cowboys.
Jeez.
But let's go back to that Raiders-Jaguars game. Well, Raiders, screw you guys. because if you would have went for the freaking extra point with like 30 seconds left, Trevor Lawrence would have been able to throw the ball for another 15 yards, and I would have won a freaking parlay. But no, you had to go for the win. Good for you. Hope you feel proud of yourself.
Mosby is leading the season 88 and 46. I am 87 and 47, and Stoney is 83 and 51. So it is a close battle. Talk about this, guys. If you had to pick one of these 9 basketball players, NBA players, to take the final shot, the last shot to win a championship,
Steph Curry.
Who are you
Steph
taking?
Curry. Steph Curry.
I'm taking the GOAT.
Steph Curry.
LeBron? I wouldn't take LeBron.
I'm taking Steph
Michael
Curry.
Jeffrey Jordan.
So this is not a layup shot, right? This is
all it says is take the last shot. It doesn't say
well that's what we're going to put. We're going to put the stipulate. Is this a jump shot to win the game at the buzzer?
Listen, if I'm taking just make the last bucket and drive down the freaking paint and dunk on somebody, it's the bum down in the middle, down to the bottom.
Steph Curry is the answer, the only answer on this, because he is the greatest shooter in the history of the NBA. And I don't care, Michael Jordan, the rings, he might be the best, or, we love Kobe, you think he might be the best, or what. When it says taking the last shot, who's the best shooter in the history of the NBA? It's Steph Curry. So that is the only answer. When you want to take the last shot, you're going to put the ball in the hands of the best shooter in the history of the NBA.
I'm putting the ball in the hands of the best player in the history of the game, Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Well, no Kobe?
I'm going 1A, not 1B.
Okay, so I want you guys to rank these guys 1 through 9.
1 through 9. I'm going.
Start at 1.
I'm going. Who's up? Who's that? Is that Durant?
Ray Allen. There's Durant over there. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going Steph Curry. I'm going Larry Bird. I'm going Ray Allen.
Hold on. Are you going? Now, are we ranking them the best? What we think the GOAT is, or
who's taking the final shot?
Who's taking the final shot? And I'm basing it off who's the best pure shooters. I'm going Steph Curry, Larry Bird, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, then probably Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
Here you go, John.
Again, I'm going to put the ball in the hands of the best player of the history of the game, and that is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. At 1, Miller 2, Bird 3, Steph 4. Then I would go Kobe 5, Ray Allen, then Kobe, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and LeBum.
Guys, so listen, I want to disagree with Mosby on number 1, but Steph Curry, anything. I mean,
the ball in the hands of the greatest player of all time.
And congratulations. He's going to miss the shot more than Steph Curry misses it. Awesome. I'm playing the odds, taking the last shot, not the best dunk, not the.
I didn't say anything about dunk.
Who's taking the last shot?
I need a best shooter to win the game.
And you're taking Steph
the
Curry.
ball
you're
in
taking
the
the best shooter,
the greatest player in the history.
And I guarantee you, Michael Jordan would disagree with you because he's done it twice in his career with John Paxson, Steph and Steph Curry's coach, Steve Kerr. He gave the ball up because they needed a big 3-point shot. Who to give the ball up to? Those two. So if you've had Steph Curry and Michael Jordan on the team, I guarantee you that taking the last shot, that needed to be a 3 or not, he's giving the ball up to Steph Curry and let Steph Curry.
Nobody said anything about a 3-point shot.
It's the last shot. The best shooter in the history of the game is Steph Curry.
And I'm putting it in the hands of the best player of the game because there are no stipulations to this shot. There is no stipulations of it has to be a 3. There's no stipulations that it's at the free throw line. The question is who's taking the last shot, and that is the best player in the history of the game, and that's Michael Jordan. I don't give a crap if he drives to the hoop and dunks it. I don't give a crap if he drives and kicks.
Not the best player in the history of the game, so
Listen, and you just said that a 5-4 Chiefs team is the favorite for the Super Bowl. So you've just lost all
You saw
validity
the
from
odds.
what you
You
said.
saw the odds, Joe. You saw the
So
odds, right?
yeah,
You saw the
the
odds.
best player in the
They said
history of the
Chiefs
game,
are
Michael
good.
Jeffrey Jordan, has the ball in his hands. That's all there is to it.
Are we underestimating Kevin Durant though?
He's a
Underestimating.
sniper. He's a sniper.
No, thank you.
He's fifth on my
John,
list.
I think you're underestimating Kevin Durant, John.
I'm not underestimating anything.
Kevin Durant might be the most skilled offensive player in the history of the NBA. And it's just facts. I mean,
So you putting Kobe number 2, John?
As shooter, no. Kobe was 4, I believe.
oh, what did he say? As a shooter, right? He just said. So John just contradicted himself.
Because
as a shooter,
what I'm saying is right here.
Man.
If
As a
I'm
shooter,
gonna,
so we want to go with the best shooter on the list. Which is Steph Curry.
What I said was it doesn't matter the situation. I'm putting the ball in the hands of the best player in the history of the game. That's just it. Now, if I'm going to go with shooting whatever, I'm still giving Michael 1, but I'm going to go with Miller 2, Bird 3, Ray Allen 4, and Kobe 5.
Does Michael get to do the offensive foul, the push off, and get a wide open shot?
There's no stipulations.
I'm gonna go. Here's my rank. You ready? I'm gonna go
Yes.
Steph Curry 1, Michael Jordan 2. I'm gonna go Larry Bird 3. I'm gonna go Kevin Durant 4. I'm gonna go probably Kobe 5. I'm gonna go. Oh my gosh. Reggie Miller 6, Ray Allen 7. LeBron 8 and Klay Thompson 9. And what's sad is Klay Thompson's this incredible shooter too. I just don't know if I trust him in the clutch.
He's just not that caliber.
I just don't know if I trust him in the clutch. Oh my goodness. Well, boys, it is time to start wrapping things up. And we're going to close here with let's start with Mosby tonight. How about that?
My most confident statement is fan bases are psychotic. Not every fan base is a psycho, but with the stuff coming out with the coaches' firings in college football, and then the Tennessee stuff, like, oh, we need to get rid of Josh Heupel. We need to get rid of Josh Heupel when he's got that program on the right track. And then just being on Twitter yesterday and Facebook, and just the fan base, the fandom of the Chiefs, and some of these guys like freaking out that we didn't make a trade. We didn't make a trade when in the history of the NFL is the most boring trade deadline there is. Like, it's very rarely in the history of the NFL that a trade made in the middle of the year puts a team over the top to bid that big of a difference maker. All the big trades are made in the off season, like the Randy Moss trade when he went to New England and stuff. But fans are psychotic. We need to take a step back. And and I give thanks to me being involved with coaching my boys in these sports and stuff, that it has calmed me down as a fan, because then it helps me sit back and realize what's really the most important thing. Like, I love the Chiefs, I love the Sooners, but I am not as psychotic about it as I used to be, because I'm like, that's just one thing of my week that I'm not going to let it dictate how I feel. If they lose, they lose. I love when they win. I hate when they lose, but I'm not going to let. I used to go in the bathroom when the Chiefs used. I used to go in the bathroom and be so freaking upset. My wife can tell you the first story. We were at my aunt's and the Chiefs lost to the Raiders. I went in the bathroom, was in there for 45 minutes because I was so upset. I thank God that me coaching my kids and being involved with their friends and stuff, that it has changed me and calmed me down, that I'm not as psychotic as anymore. But fan bases are psycho and psychotic. My most concerning statement is the Chiefs pass rush. We got to get to the quarterback. Chris Jones, I don't know. Maybe it's a plan all along. Maybe they got a plan all along, kind of like Spags talked about, PFF, they do their grades, but PFF or whatever, Pro Football Focus, they don't know what we're telling these guys. Maybe they're telling them, hey, let's not show off our cards. Maybe let's get to the playoffs. Let's do something. But it's concerning to me with Chris Jones's performance this year, of lack thereof, and a Chiefs pass rush. George Kaloff has been our best pass rusher, but we haven't showed anything up in the front without being able to blitz more. And and I know we've all and that Spags defense is blitzing and exotic packages, and maybe that's what we're going to do, and that's what we got to do. But it's been pretty concerning with the pass rush, the lack of performances from Chris Jones.
Speaking of Psychotic, did this dude just really say that maybe the coaches are telling him, "Oh, let's not show all our cards, play half-assed"? Bro, that's a psychotic statement. Anyway, my most confident statement is simply that as I stated before, the Dallas Cowboys, after yesterday's trade deadline, improved their defense, improved their team as a whole. Now, will it get us to the playoffs? Nobody knows. I would like to think yes, it will, but it puts us in a better spot to make a run to possibly make the playoffs. What it does more so than anything else is it simply sets us up for the future. I don't care what anybody says. You got 2 first-round picks. You've got a lot of things going. You've got some cap space that's fixing to be cleared up. So you go out and you make a couple moves, couple ads in the offseason and draft well. You're set up for a run. I'm cool with that. My most concerning statement is the simple fact that, man, we have got to figure out a way to really, I don't know if it's a salary cap or something, but we've really got to figure out a way. And I'm going back to the MLB because this is just something that we talked about earlier. With this Dodgers team, I mean, they could have put any of their 7 or 8 starting pitchers up there and have been better than anything that the Blue Jays would have put out there. We've touched on this before, but the World Series is what's really got me thinking about this a little more. Is just simply these small market teams have really got to start spending more money, and these big market teams they've got to, whether it's pay more luxury tax, pay more taxes to their roster, whatever. I don't care. We got to figure something out because as I've said it in the past, these contracts that the Dodgers gave, like they gave to Shohei, not everybody can do that because, I mean, later on you got to pay these guys big contracts anyway. All that's going to do is potentially bankrupt you later on, bankrupt that team, put that organization in a bad spot because you're paying this guy who's not even on the roster anymore, who's sitting at home collecting this fat check. It's not good for baseball, not good at all. And I think, unfortunately, with the potential lockout coming, I mean, it's really going to put a damper on Major League Baseball. There's just got to be something done. But anyway,
I love Christmas. I love Thanksgiving. And I am confident that it will be okay and you will live if we put up our Christmas trees and we start listening to Christmas music and we start celebrating Christmas early. You're going to live. I promise you guys. I promise you're going to live. And it's just a time of joy. It's a time of gratitude. It's a time of everything. It all ties in. So Thanksgiving is a day. Christmas is a season. And that's just how it is. I would love if the Cardinals would kind of do a 180 and really think about spending some money here this offseason and kind of revamping a rotation or doing something and giving the fans something exciting to look forward to. But I don't think they're going to. We're going to stand pat, which is fine. If they have a plan, they have a path to do that. But hopefully they surprise us and make it a little bit interesting so that we will actually want to tune in and watch some games here later. But I love life, and to be honest with you,
Speaking of the Cardinals, and we just talked about this guy last week, and it just hit me. Does Kyle Tucker not scream Cardinals type player to you? Like just the way he plays, his style, just He just seems like the type of guy that would fit the Cardinals. But we all know, us three know, Cardinals ain't going to throw the money at him. But he just seems
Oh,
like seems like
He's
the
a
type of guy that
Cardinals
fits
prototype.
fit.
Yeah.
yes.
Matt
Yes,
Holiday type.
yes,
Yeah.
Not
yes.
flashy, doesn't do something just absolutely everything spectacular. He does a lot of things really good, and he can hit the ball. No, I would love for the Cardinals to go out and toss $350 million or whatever it's going to take to sign him. But yeah, we know they're not.
Anyway, anything else, guys?
Yeah, just enjoying life.
Make the first thing first. Won the seven Habits book. He makes a big thing about putting the first things first, and that's your family, and that's
I do gotta shout out to my 3 oldest kids for all having straight A's right now.
That's
a
huge. That's
something
good.
you never had in school.
The best I got was a
He did in
3.8.
kindergarten.
3.8 GPA was the best I ever got.
We still flunked in kindergarten, so is what it is. No, you guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Weekly episodes on YouTube and Spotify. If John will upload them in time. Keep watching our shorts. Keep giving us feedback too. Negative feedback, positive feedback, whatever it is.
Keep calling this dude a clown.
We're all about improving, and
We might have a special appearance with Dak from his trash can next week. We'll see about that.
And
Good
with
news
that,
is we are off this week, so
it's funny that everybody is off except for the Panthers. All your teams are off except for the Panthers. So go Panthers, and we're better than the Cowboys. See y'all later.